Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So I actually was thinking about the whole thing that happened with Takeoff and how he died, and just looking at violence that happens in this hip hop community. And I have a couple of points. Here's one thing, all right? Because rappers aren't the only people who are making money. Okay, I'm talking about money. I'm like, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Okay, they're obviously not the only people. But for some reason, we're constantly seeing that they are the main group of people who are falling victim to violence. A lot of gun violence. Let's keep that real. All right. So I look at it, and it was always curious to me, like, how is this happening? I remember I was on YouTube and I actually seen this video where it was talking about 200 deaths that happened in a year. So it made me wonder. I'm like, how are all these people dropping off like flies? Because even before I seen that video, I seen a lot of rappers. I mean, you'll see like almost every other week, blah blah rapper died, blah blah rapper died. And these are just the bigger ones. These aren't the smaller ones. Like in this video, they were talking about some of these smaller ones. Mind you, I don't really listen to a lot of music really, and I definitely don't listen to this newer music anyways. So it was a lot of people I didn't recognize. Okay, maybe you guys seen them, maybe, but I know I didn't. But yeah, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, it's a lot of these people I've never heard of who are just like straight up just getting murdered. What is going on? So I have a couple things that I was thinking, like, okay, maybe this contributes to it. All right. So here's one thing. It's the thing that they're rapping about. Okay. So here's the thing. Talking about killing your own people. You're talking about, in some, killing yourself, talking negatively about women. You're calling them all types of names, drugs, money. That's what you're portraying. That's what you're projecting. So when people are listening to this, they're thinking like, oh, wow, you just said you're going to kill that N over there. Yeah. That's cool. That makes you hip. That makes you gangster. That makes you cool. So maybe if I do that, I could get at your level. But all you're doing is destroying your own people. Because let's be real, all of the people that this happens to, you're perpetrating violence onto your own anyways. So that's what you're promoting. You're promoting harming yourself, saying your life doesn't matter. There was a lot of songs that I've listened to where it's like, you're saying like, oh, well, my life doesn't matter. I don't care what happens. And it's like, what's going on? Then you got other songs saying, yeah, I'm going to go and get him. I'm going to find him and I'm going to do this. Oh, I shot Tyrone on the 12th of July at 1:00 p.m. on 13th and 4th Street. What are we doing? And you have people who are openly admitting to crimes too in their music, So it's a lot of that kind of makes me wonder. It's like, well, could that play a part of it? Not one thing is the trigger for everything. Okay. So what I mean by that is this: not just one thing is going to be like, okay, well, that's why these rappers are dying. It's a collective thing. Okay. So that was one of my points. It's like, okay, you're talking about pretty much killing the next person. Well, of course you're going to have violence that's going to be, directed towards you. Another thing you have, and here it is, y'all. I don't care if y'all like it or not. It is what it is. You have people who have made it. Okay. You're on a come up. Okay. Let's say you made it. Let's say you're now making a year, 300,000 and up. You may not think that's a lot, but that's a lot of money. 100 grand is a lot of money too. But you're making 300,000 and up. You got your little sponsors, you got your deals, you're on TV, you got your music videos, you're in all the news, and people loving you. Maybe you're making $1 million a year. Ooh, yes. Yeah, Chad. Yet you're still hanging around on Ray Rays and Pookies. What are you doing? So it's like when you elevate, you're only elevating yourself because you're having a progression in your career, which is great. Happy for you. But you're bringing the Ray Rays and Pookies with you. Why are we doing that? Please explain that to me. And that's one of the things that I feel aids in that. So you may say, well, Alex, what you mean by Ray Rays and Pookies? Okay. What, just because he's from the hood, he's Ray Ray and Pookie? No, it's people. You have these people who come into this new money. Maybe they're always on the street. Maybe they slinging, doing the dice, selling drugs, a part of the gangs, and yet you're bringing them to your crib, yet you're hanging around at bowling alleys with them, yet you have them on your speed dial. They're one of your Instagram friends. Maybe they're friends with your homie over there, and you always have a Ray Ray and Pookie in the mix. And these are the same people who killing Nipsey. These are the same people who are perpetrating violence onto you or something that you care about, someone that you care about. This is the kind of stuff that's happening, okay? And you may say, oh, well, the takeoff thing, that was his friend or whatever. But another thing, why are you all carrying, I'll get into the gun situation, but in that situation, why are you all carrying guns around with y'all and it's 40, 50 people in the room? What do you need one for? It's all y'all in the room. If y'all all cool, what's the problem? Unless you all are not cool with each other. Hey, if you came from the hood, you came from the hood. But why are you still staying there? Why are you still staying there? That's a question that I have. And that is part of what is happening. You're commingling with people who want exactly what you have. Seen the whole video. It was a whole the thing that was on the news. Someone killed somebody over a $1,200 stimulus check. You think they're not going to rob you for that nice and shiny, glittering gold $500,000 chain you got on you? And that's another thing that goes with it. Okay, y'all saying, oh, my hood. Well, your hood may not be safe enough for y'all to be there, y'all. And that goes with my next point, talking about y'all wearing these flashy ass things, y'all. Excuse my language. Y'all got these nice, just chunky diamond on diamond, $200,000, $50,000 rings, and yes, child, and yeah. And that is a walking bank for somebody. And they're like, oh, you're already in the hood. These people who don't have anything, they obviously don't have a problem with killing little kids. So robbing you is nothing. If they could kill somebody, robbing is nothing to them. And they go and snatch that diamond out your forehead. They go and snatch this out from you. They go and kill you and then take your stuff. It's these Ray Rays and Pookies, y'all. And we keep, for some reason, y'all keep having them in your circle. Now you may say, well, Alex, they're rappers. They have to have a certain look. No, you don't. You don't have to be around Ray Rays and Pookies. You don't have to be around people who you don't trust. If you don't trust them, why are you with them? Now you could say, well, Alex, I do trust them. Well, you have bad judgment. And that bad judgment could be the difference between you living or you're not. You and your homeboys living, or 2 or 3 your homeboys dying. That could be the problem. I mean, that could be the huge difference maker with that. You're wearing all this stuff and that attracts certain people as well. I'm not saying, oh, well, you don't have to wear all your stuff, but let's be real. When you look at some of these other millionaires, multi-millionaires, billionaires, they're not wearing giant chains, pants that cost, they look very, 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 very expensive. If they do wear something that's really nice, 9 times out of 10, we wouldn't know. It looked like something they got from Old Navy. We wouldn't know unless they're wearing a nice suit, but just their everyday clothing. Y'all get shirts, $1,000, $700, pants. Y'all got all this stuff. And that is what targets. That's what makes you a target. And you're hanging around in the areas where people ain't got money. And people are like, well, I mean, yeah, he looks like he got money. He got on oh, wow, those pants cost $800. Those shoes cost $3,000. That shirt right there costs a good, I would say $700. Oh, that necklace is $200,000. How about let's rob him? He doesn't look like he has much security. He kicking it with the boys. Hey, we could either pop him or we could pop something in his drink or whatever and steal his stuff. You think this stuff ain't happening, y'all? You think it's a coincidence that people just up and down and they're rappers? It's not just the fact that they're rapping about killing people, but it's you keeping bad people in your circle. That's another thing. And a lot of these people could be haters as well. And I'm gonna get into the gun situation with this, okay? Because I look at it and I'm like, okay, well, we got people all around the world who listen to this kind of music. So why are we not seeing them be as negatively affected as we're seeing here? And this brings me to my next point. And I think it's because it's the large availability of weapons. People are, well, I want to rob them. Oh man, I only got a knife. I'm not going to be able to do anything. I don't like them, but I only got a knife. I'm not going to be able to take them on one unless I do some, that's too risky. Meanwhile, you have a gun. You could just shoot them up all day. You could be far away. Do it, boom, boom, and then you're done. So that's one of the things as well. We have this availability of guns, and it makes it easier for people to do what they do. That's the only thing that can explain why we don't see this in other countries as much as we are seeing it here. And it also makes me, and I look at it and I'm like this. Like I said, I started this video out saying how you have rappers, hip hoppers, whatever. They're not the only people who are making money. You got the Jeff Bezos, you got the Elon Musk, you got Alexandria Cortez, you got Nancy Pelosi, you have Bernie Sanders, you got Obama, you can name any politician, anyone, even just any regular Joe. You got people who are working in banking and entrepreneurs, and they're making, $100,000, $300,000, $1 million plus a year. Yet you don't see this happening to them. Why is that? And this goes into all of the points that I brought up. Because it's not just the fact that you have money that makes you a target, because everyone would be going after Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. They would have broken into his house a long time ago. Why are they not? Why are you such an easy target, but they're not? Why are you an easier target than someone who's been, I don't know, working in some kind of banking or an accountant or whatever, and they're making lawyers making millions of dollars? How come they're not a target, but you are? It's the people who you're hanging around. It's you flashing, yo, I got money in the wrong people's faces. Okay, it's everything that I mentioned. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything that I'm missing out on, or what, and explain to me why we have a lot going on here, but we don't see it at this rate overseas.